talk with fists and tired eyes. Said nothing about the reasons why. Every lesson came out mean. Every truth stayed in between. I learned silence from my father, how to swallow, hurt and stand, how to say nothing at all when you're breaking like a man. It pains a language handed down, I understand. Yeah, I learned silence from my father. He never said I'm proud of you, just nodded once like that would do. I wear his habits like a coat, every word he never wrote. I learned silence from my father, how to lose without a sound, how to bury every fear where it won't be found. Love was something we survived, not something planned. Yeah, I learned silence from my father. If he knew the man I am, would he shake my hand or just look away again like he always did back then? I learned silence from my father, now it's all I know. I don't scream, I don't confess, I just let it go. When my son asks who I was, I'll try to stand, but I learned silence from my father. Like a man. Blacktop hums like a hungry mouth, swallows dreams heading south. I left mine in a motel sink, washed this world with blood and ink. Every mouth stripped me clean till I was less than what I'd been. You don't lose yourself all at once, it's death by distance, mile by mile. This is the road that ain't my name. Chewed it up and called it fate. I was somebody yesterday, now I'm just weight that I can take. If I vanish without a trace, don't carve it in the stone. This is a road that ate my name and made me bone. Gas station lights like dying stars, every face asks who you are. I tell them lies that almost fit, truth don't buy you much of anything. Memory fades when you don't look back. Survival erases the facts. This is a road that ain't my name. vanish without a trace. Don't carve it in the stone. This is a road that ate my name and made me bone. If identity's a thing you keep, mine bled out in my sleep. I don't know who I'm supposed to be, but the road remembers me. This is the road that ate my name. I don't fight it anymore. I wear the silence like a coat. I learn what nothing's for. If I die out here alone, let the asphalt moan. This is the road that ate my name and carried me home. Engines fade, stars move on, names are gone. Names are gone. Fall roll low where the wild dogs roam. No law here, no way home. I crossed the line with a borrowed name, mud on my boots, blood on my frame. They say this land don't forgive mistakes, it just waits for the weak to break. Every mile feels like a test of how much guilt a soul can carry in its chest. This is dead man's county line, where the past don't stay behind. Every sin gets magnified in the dirt where truth goes blind. If I fall before daylight shines, let the vultures draw the sign. I was never meant to leave alive. Dead man's county line. Old barn creaks like it knows my fear. Wind tells stories I don't wanna hear. I hear my name in the coyotes cry. Sounds like a lie I used to buy. I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the road keeps choosing sides. This is dead man's county line, where the past don't stay behind. Every sin gets magnified in the dirt where truth goes blind. If I fall before daylight shines, let the vultures draw the sign. I was never meant to leave alive. Dead man's county line. If there's a judge beyond this dust, he won't see mercy, just disgust. No last words, no defense, just a man in consequence. This is dead man's county line. I can feel the noose of time. If I'm guilty, if I'm not, it all ends in the same spot. Let the earth take what is mine. Let the crows read every sign. I was never meant to leave alive. Dead man's county line. what men deny. Moonlight doesn't testify. They buried him out by the old oak tree, said just to serve case closed, be free. But I saw fear in the sheriff's eyes when the shovel hit truth and the truth stayed quiet. History is written by who survives, not by the ones who lose their lives. Graves don't tell the truth, they just keep it still. Every lie gets sanctified when the silence kills. If innocence could scream aloud, this town would burn in shame. Graves don't tell the truth, they just remember names. Mama lights candles she never explained, prays to a God that won't ease the pain. I learned young how to bite my tongue. Truth's a bullet you can't outrun. Some sins wear a hero's face and sleep beneath a badge of grace. Graves don't tell the truth, they just keep it still. Every lie gets sanctified when the silence kills. If innocence could scream aloud, this town would burn in shame. Graves don't tell the truth, they just remember names. If I dig deep enough tonight, will justice crawl into the light? Or will it rot like everything else we hide from ourselves? Graves don't tell the truth, but I will if I stand, even if it costs my blood and this shaking hand. Let the earth reject the light, let the bones complain. Graves don't tell the truth, but they know who's to blame. Wind moves slow, dirt stays cold. Some stories never get told. Groves don't pray, they just wait for faith to rot beneath the gate. I buried God behind the barn, right next to where my childhood died. Said sorry once, didn't mean no harm, but hope don't listen when it's tired. Belief breaks easy in the dirt when answers never come first. I buried God behind the barn with a shovel and a light. I beg for signs, I beg for calm, he never even tried. If heaven watched me fall apart, it turned away in shame. I buried God behind the barn, felt the same. Mama cried when she found the hole, said son, you don't get to choose. But pain taught me control when faith was something I could lose. They say belief is all you need, but belief don't stop the bleed. I buried God behind the barn with a shovel and a lie. I beg for signs, I beg for calm, he never even tried. If heaven watched me fall apart, it turned away in shame. I buried God behind the barn and nothing felt the same. Tonight, will he forgive or start a fight? Or will he look just like me, empty, cold, and incomplete? I bury God behind the barn, but the guilt won't stay underground. Every prayer comes back to form with my voice, my sound. If salvation ever comes, it won't wear his face. I buried God behind the barn and took his place. Dirt settles, silence reigns. Cold wind hums through broken trees. Sunday silence judging me. I was raised on fire and fear, wooden pews and cheap red wine. Preacher said the end was near, but never said it looked like mine. I tried to kneel, I tried to pray, but grace don't come the way they say. Church bells don't ring for me, they just echo what I've done. I wear my sins like baptism underneath this burning sun. If heaven's gates are holy ground, then I won't cross that line. Church bells don't ring for me, they just toll my time. Mama's Bible on the shelf, still marked where Daddy quit. I learned early how to help myself when faith don't seem to fit. Every promise dressed in white turns to shadow by midnight. Church bells don't ring for me, they just echo what I've done. I wear my sins like baptism underneath this burning sun. If heaven's gates are holy ground, then I won't cross that line. Church bells don't ring for me, they just toll my time. If there's mercy in the sound, it's buried deep beneath the ground. Songs. I've been wrong too long. Church bells don't ring for me, let them save it for the clean. I'll make peace with who I am and the man I've always been. No confession, no release, no last words to justify. Church bells don't ring for me, they ought to we said goodbye. Bells fade out, dust remains. Some souls don't rise again. Church doors closed, rain stood still. Something went wrong on Burial Hill. They dug my grave at 3:30. Swore the body would be me. Mama wore black, couldn't speak, while the ground refused to eat. Death shows up when it wants to. Sometimes it changes who. It was a day the coffin stayed empty while my sins stood in line. I should have died, but fate blinked first, left me trapped in time. If living's worse than dying slow, then I already know. It was the day the coffin stayed empty and took my soul. Sheriff crossed himself and said, some men don't get buried dead. I felt colder standing free than 6 feet under ever could be. Survival ain't mercy, it's delay, another form of pain. It was the day the coffin stayed empty while my sins stood in line. I should have died, but fate blinked first, left me trapped in time. If living's worse than dying slow, then I already know. It was the day the coffin stayed empty and took my soul. The day the coffin stayed empty, now I carry it inside. Every heartbeat sounds like dirt hitting wood I can't hide. When the end finally finds me, I won't fight, I won't pretend. It was the day the coffin stayed empty that I ended. Grave stays wide. Some men die alive. they remember every cold November. This house knows every lie I told. Watch me turn from brave to cold. Walls soaked up my anger slow, like rain that never learned to go. You can leave, but guilt stays put, buried deep in rotting wood. This is a house that learned my sins, heard my prayers and laughed at them. Every night it calls my name like shame don't ever sleep. If hell has rooms with familiar skin, I've already lived in one. This is the house that learned my sins before I learned what I'd become. Mama's room still smells like grief. Daddy's chair won't let me leave. Every step feels out of place, like I'm haunting my own face. Some ghosts breathe, some just stare, somewhere skinned and breathe the air. This is a house that learned my sin, heard my prayers and laughed at them. Every night it called my name like shame don't ever sleep. If hell has rooms with familiar skin, I've already lived in one. This is a house that learned my sins before I learned what would I become. If I burn it down tonight, would the truth escape the fire, or would it rise in blackened smoke and choke me one last time? This is a house that learned my sins. I won't kneel inside again. Let the roof cave in with lies, let the silence win. If forgiveness lies somewhere, it don't know this ground. This is a house that learned my sins. Now I'm walking out. Door slam shut, night stand still. The house remembers me. Sky, dusty breath. A man learns fast the shape of death. I stole to eat, I stole to live, took what mercy wouldn't give. Judge said, boy, you chose your fate, like hunger ever learned to wait. Right and wrong blur in the rain when survival feels the same. There's no cross for a thief, no prayer at the end, just a shallow hole and a warning to friends. If salvation's only clean, I was never in the plan. There's no cross for a thief, just a rope of a man. I loved once, but love don't last. When your future's chained to your past. She said run, but nowhere safe. When the law's just another face. Every door is locked by fear. Every choice disappears. There's no cross for a thief, no prayer at the end, just a shallow hole and a warning to friends. If salvation's only clean, I was never in the plan. There's no cross for a thief, just a rope of man. If God counts sins like men do, then heaven's empty too. If grace can't bleed or steal or starve, it was never meant for hearts like ours. There's no cross for a thief, so I'll stand on my feet. I won't beg for forgiveness from the hands that beat. If the devil wants my soul, he'll have to understand. There's no cross for a thief, but I died a man. Chains fall quiet, dust settles fast. Nothing forgives the past. Steel meets palm, cold and clean. Another prayer I never mean. I learned my songs from a loaded gun, from the way it shines when the work gets done. Sunday words never stop the pain, but iron faith stayed the same. Hope's a lie that feels divine when you're out of ways to survive. This is a song for the broken gun, for the damage I've already done. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just ask to be undone. If God listens to the weak, He ain't listening in to me. So I sing this psalm in rust and smoke till the silence speaks. I kiss goodbye with shaking hands, left my name in a wasteland. Every choice I've tried to save just dug another grave. Faith feels thin when night comes fast, and every shadow wails your past. This is a song for the broken girl, for the damage I've already done. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just ask to be undone. If God listens to the weak, He ain't listening in to me. So I sing this song in rust and smoke till the silence speaks. If redemption costs my breath, I'll pay it slow, I'll pay it dead. Let heaven turn, let angels run, I'll finish what I've begun. If there's peace on the other side, it don't look like what they promised me. So I sing this song to the dark tonight and set myself free. Smoke drifts high, metal still, God stay silent. Moon hanging low like a loaded thread. Black River knows what I confessed. Boots in mud, heart full of rust. I crossed that line 'cause I thought I must. That Black River don't forgive. It just takes what you got left to give. You can wash your hands, wash your face, but it won't erase your mistake. Blurring the ground, lies tell the truth. We were young and me, bulletproof. Now his name's carved in withered stone, and I dream off key. Preacher talks about what I'll never be. Hands folded tight, eyes full of doubt. Face just another way around. Sing a hymn for the hollow man, lost between God and the devil's hand. I tried to kneel, I tried to pray, but mercy never learned my name. Graveyard wind calls me friend, says all roads break in the end. I dug my dreams with a rusty spade, watched them rot in the choices I made. Sing a hymn for the hollow man, built of scars and broken plans. If heaven's door is locked tonight, I sleep in the cold with my wrongs and rights. No white light, no warning sign, just ticking clocks and borrowed time. If judgment comes with fire and sound, I'll stand my ground on cursed ground. Sing a hymn for the hollow man, let it echo through this wasted land. No crown, no throne, no promised end, just a dark country song till the end. Neon flickers, born sad. Another night learning how to love. I keep my past on a cigarette bar, on the countertop that never loves. Bartending knows my middleman, says some can't always pays the same. I toast to ghosts I couldn't save, they drank me deeper into the grave. There's ashes in my whiskey glass, every dream I let decay. I don't ask for second chances, I just drink the truth away. Love comes cheap but leaves me fast. love slow. I watched her taillights fade to black, like every road that don't come back. I held on till my knuckles bled, still lost half to the words I said. There's ashes in my whiskey glass, every dream I let decay. I don't ask for second chances, I just drink the truth away. Love comes cheap but leaves me fast, like smoke that fades too soon. There's ashes in my whiskey glass and blood beneath the moon. If drowning's quiet, I'm almost gone, counting regrets to the jukebox song. Stop pretending everything's fine, just another man killing time. There's ashes in my whiskey glass, but I pour another round. I ain't looking for redemption, just a softer way down. If tomorrow never comes to pass, I won't curse today. There's ashes in my whiskey glass, and I put them there. Last call rings, lights go low. Some hearts break slow. Road creeps under the pale blue sky, just as don't ask why. Town square whispers when I pass, like my shadow's made of glass. Every step below the stair, they already hung me there. Truth don't matter, only blame, and blame don't need a name. The hangman knows my name, he don't need proof or prayer. He smiles like we're old friends, says, son, life ain't fair. I paid my sins and borrowed shame. Now the debt's the same, whether guilty or the same. The hangman knows my name. I tried to run, but roads run dry when fate decides you're gonna die. Sheriff said it's God's own plan, God never shook my hand. Every lie wears holy clothes when fear is what the crowd shows. The hangman knows my name, he don't need proof or prayer. He smiles like we're old friends, says, son, life ain't fair. I paid my sins and borrowed shame. Now the day with grace, just another erased face. Tell my story wrong or right, I'll be gone by morning light. The hangman knows my name, and that's enough to end it all. I stand tall in borrowed courage when I hear that final call. If heaven turns its eyes away and hell feels just the same, let history decide the truth. The hangman knows my name. Rope still sways, crowd goes home. Justice sleeps alone. Sunburned low on a crooked trail, even strong hearts start to fail. My horse stopped dead by the ravine, like it saw something I couldn't see. Said, man, some roads ain't meant to ride. Then left me alone with the night. Courage fades when instinct knows where the living shouldn't go. I'm walking where the horses won't go, where even prayer moves slow. Every step's a warning sign, scratched in bone and old pine. If I disappear below, tell my story soft and low, I win where the horses won't go, and paid what I owe. Tracks run out in the red clay dirt, like mercy after someone's hurt. I hear chains in the canyon wind, sounds like all my might have been. I could turn back, save my skin, but I won't outrun what's within. I'm walking where the horses won't go, where even prayer moves slow. Every step's a warning sign, scratched in bone and old pine. If I disappear below, tell my story soft and low, I win where the horses won't go, and paid what I owe. If fear had teeth, it'd smile like this, right before the final kiss. I make peace with the dark I chose. Some deaths follow you close. I'm walking where the horses won't go, with my shadow in tow. No rescue coming down this line, no stars left to guide. If the ground takes me home, let it take my soul. I went where the horses won't go. Now I know. I went where the horses won't go. Now I know. Wind stand still. Trail